How do you start your morning? The Zodiac Killer liked to start his mornings by... I don't know how this guy started his morning. How am I supposed to write an introduction for a guy whose identity's still a mystery? Let's just get into it. Maybe I'll come up with something by the end. The Zodiac, the most infamous unsolved murder case in American history. This douchebag was like the Banksy of serial murder. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. Just check out some of his sweet graffiti. Could you imagine this shit going for millions at auction?
50,000 going twice. Sold.
Merle Allen probably had this door fitted to his car.
I've been collecting serial killer stuff since the late 80s.
You ever gone to a shooting range and thought, fuck, I'm a great shot.
I'm a crack shot.
Try hitting a moving target with a blacked out family-sized KFC bag over your head. How in the fuck is this? Is this practical? What if you're disturbed by some passerby during a murder and you gotta make a run for it? How far are you gonna get in the California heat dressed like this? What do you do if the police are on your tail? How are you gonna blend in looking like this? But because he was more concerned with looking like a rejected KFC mascot than accuracy, out of his 5 known victims, 2 survived. Wait a minute. That's only like a 40% kill ratio.
Stand by, we're checking it. Looks good, flight.
There's no fucking way those aviators were prescription. But get this, the Zodiac claimed to have a kill count of 37. Let's see. Out of the 5 known victims, 2 survived. Given that his ultimate goal was murder over maiming, that leaves him with a 40% success rate. If we take this lunatic at his word, he killed 37 people. For him to have successfully killed 37 people, he must have attacked roughly 51 people. That means there should be roughly 14.8 people out there just walking around wondering why they were attacked by an extra from the set of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
There's always room for one more.
If this guy attacked 51 people dressed like this, there's no fucking way this case would still be unsolved. By the law of averages alone, someone would definitely have gotten the drop on a legally blind dude with 0 peripheral vision.
You sure about that?
I know what you're thinking. If the guy was never captured, how do we know how many people he claimed to have killed? Easy. Because he kept mailing a fucking scorecard to the police. I like how he gave the police a score of 0. Like, what did he want from them? What did he want them to start murdering suspects or something?
Hey, pigs, do your fucking job. I've killed 37 people, and you haven't even murdered 1 suspect?
Who is this madman? I'll let the Zodiac tell you in his own words.
I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all.
Fuck. This makes the Son of Sam sound like Shakespeare.
Is that Bill Shakespeare over there?
Still, he gets points for creativity because when the police and media received this letter, it actually looked like this. Wait, sorry, that's today's Wordle. I mean, like this. Yeah, this guy was more obsessed with ciphers than Alan Turing. He broke the 408 symbol cryptogram into 3 parts. He sent 1 part to the Times-Herald, 1 part to the San Francisco Chronicle, and the last part to the San Francisco Examiner. The killer confidently claimed that the cipher contained his identity. But no worries, it's not like the cops could solve it. They couldn't even murder enough people to keep up with him. The code wasn't deciphered in some top secret military base or something cool like that. It didn't look like this. It was actually closer to this.
16 across. It's green and often found on football pitches.
The very next day, crossword enthusiasts Donald and Betty Hardin cracked the code. And surprise, surprise, it didn't contain his identity. Just a bunch of gibberish about getting a sexual thrill from hunting humans.
It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl.
It looks like Robert Hansen wrote that, like purposely incorporating his lisp. Either way, he must have been embarrassed as fuck about that cryptogram getting solved so fast, because 3 months later, on November 8th, 1969, he sent police a new 340-character cipher. And this one even stumped these guys. It remained unsolved for over 51 years. Finally, on December 5th, 2020, it was deciphered by an international team of mega nerds, including American software engineer David Orenchak, Australian mathematician Sam Blake, and Belgian programmer Jarl van Eyck.
I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show, which bring up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise.
What's with all the spelling mistakes?
C-O...
I don't get it.
W?
No!
What's the rush? I mean, it's a cipher. There's no need for bad spelling and grammar to throw off the police.
I'm sorry, that's not right.
Why wouldn't you proof it with your own key before sending it in? Who knows? I mean, maybe he was wearing that KFC bag and those non-prescription aviators when he wrote it. And that TV show he's referring to? Yeah, 2 months earlier, someone claiming to be the Zodiac called into the popular morning talk show AM San Francisco. He introduced himself as Sam and spewed a bunch of typical serial killer shit.
Tell us what's going on inside you right now, Sam, please.
I have headache.
All right. How long have you had those headaches, Sam? In a long time?
Since I killed a kid. What to kill? I want to kill those kids.
Dude, serial killers don't sound like that. That's what Hollywood and the general public think they sound like. They always say shit like that, like,
"A demon commands me to kill. The devil made me do it."
Or Arthur Shawcross's favorite, "My mom stuck a broomstick up my ass, so now I strangle sex workers to death."
You put a broomstick where, Artie? My butt.
The police did have a prime suspect for the Zodiac killings, though. This guy, Arthur Lee Allen. He was interviewed multiple times when the killings took place and was the subject of several search warrants over a 20-year period. And it's easy to see why he was a suspect. Sure, he was in the vicinity of one of the murders, but the nail in the coffin was when his best friend said that he boasted about his desire to kill people, was the owner of a firearm with a flashlight secured to it, and, get this, went by the name Zodiac. Okay, that's gotta be more than a coincidence, no? His nickname was Zodiac, not Archie or Artie.
Zigzag, zither, Zodiac.
It's like we're supposed to believe he just heard about the Zodiac slaughterings going on in his backyard and thought, Zodiac, now that's got a nice ring to it. Anyway, SFPD Detective Dave Toschi was so certain that Allen was the Zodiac Killer that he was quoted as saying, "As soon as that guy walked in the door, I knew it was him."
Are you the Zodiac Killer?
No, definitely not. No. I couldn't murder anyone.
In 2002, police developed a partial DNA profile from the saliva on stamps and envelopes of the Zodiac letters and compared it to Allen's DNA profile.
I'm gonna get to the truth.
It wasn't a match. On January 29th, 1974, the Zodiac started his morning by writing a stereotypical letter to the San Francisco Chronicle. It was the last letter he would ever write. In it, he praised the movie The Exorcist, stating, "It's the best satirical comedy that I have ever seen." Zodiac 37, SFPD 0. There are a ton of other suspects floating around out there, and a lot of people who've dedicated their lives to unmasking the Zodiac. And we're gonna get into that, but not today. That is another video. So, what do you think? Should KFC ditch Colonel Sanders for the Zodiac? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to unalive that subscribe button and click that notification bell because we've got new content dropping all the time. And if you just can't get enough, you can also head over and follow on Instagram and TikTok for even more killer content.